Hello. Thank you for joining me. This book seems particularly fitting today as it is raining outside and I'm sure there are going to be lots of muddy puddles to jump in. This one is called Mud Puddle and it is one by Robert Munsch. I've never read it before, so I'm quite excited for this as well. Mud Puddle. Julianne's mother brought her clean new clothes. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she walked outside and sat down under the apple tree. Unfortunately, hiding up in the apple tree, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julianne sitting there and it jumped right on her head. Splat! She got completely muddy all over. Even her ears were full of mud. Oh my goodness. Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she looked out the back door. She couldn't see a mud puddle anywhere, so she walked outside and sat in her sandbox. I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me." Julianne's mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dumped her into a tub of hot water. She scrubbed Julianne till she was red all over. She washed out her ears. She washed out her eyes. She washed out her mouth, and she even washed out her nose. Can you show me where your ears are? You should have 1, 2 ears, 1, 2 eyes, 1 nose, and 1 mouth. Can you show me where your nose is? Right there. Julianne put on a clean new t-shirt and she buttoned it up the front. Then she put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she had an idea. She reached way back into the closet and she got a big yellow raincoat. She put it on and walked outside. There was no mud puddle anywhere, so she yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" Nothing happened, so she yelled even louder, "Hey, mud puddle!" Julianne was standing in the sunshine in her raincoat, getting very hot. She pulled back her hood. Nothing happened. She took off her raincoat. As soon as she took off her raincoat, out from behind the doghouse, there came the mud puddle. It ran across the grass and jumped right onto Julianne's head. She got completely muddy all over. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy, Mommy, a mud puddle jumped on me." Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub full of water. She scrubbed Julianne all over until she was red. She washed out her ears. She washed out her eyes. She washed out her mouth. And she washed out her nose. She even washed out her belly button. Where is your belly button? Is it in your stomach? Mine's right about there. That's my belly button. Where's yours? Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she sat by the back door, afraid to go outside. I should show you. Then she had an idea. She reached up to the sink and took out a bar of smelly yellow soap. She gave it a smell. Yuck! She took another bar of smelly yellow soap and gave it a smell. Yuck! She put the smelly soaps into her back pocket. Then she ran out into the middle of the backyard and yelled, "Hey, Mud Puddle!" The Mud Puddle jumped over the fence and ran right towards her. There it comes. Julianne threw the bar of soap right into the Mud Puddle's middle. The Mud Puddle stopped. Julianne threw the other bar of soap right into the Mud Puddle. The Mud Puddle said, yuck, bleh! It ran across the grass, jumped over the fence, and never came back. Well, I hope that you don't have any mud puddles attacking you. I do hope that you can find some to jump in because that's always fun.